I want to echo what Lisa said and just start off by saying how impressed I am that while I am 7 years older than almost every other recipient, at least, a lot of you have been out of the closet longer than I have, so anything that I get to do now, I count it as an honor. And I'm always looking for opportunities to do more. I want you to know, as young people, I'm just talking specifically to these high school graduates, what good you will be able to do as you've already been able to reach a point within yourself where you are happy with who you are and you love yourself for your difference. I think you don't really understand that in a time when we have Glee and we have Modern Family, that there are still closeted, sad people in the world who have a very difficult time with their sexual orientation, and that they need you very much. I think out of all of the accomplishments I've had at Harvard Medical School, the one I'm most proud of is that I've had 4 classmates come out of the closet. And I count that. I just count that as the best barometer of how your school's gay-straight alliance is functioning. As you go forward into your college careers, you'll realize that people need to talk to you, that they don't come from families where they have been taught how to be a successful and happy LGBTQIA person, and that you are the one who gets to educate them. You get to teach them about the lessons of courage and bravery and social justice that they learned in elementary school. With other examples, you can show them the Stonewall drag queens as your example of what this is all about. And you can show them that the LGBTQIA, everything else that you want to include, community has a strong tradition of leadership, of equality, and social justice. And we will only continue to do more of that. I want to just make sure that you know that you do not need, you must not live beneath your privileges as somebody, as an LGBTQIA person in 2012. That the generations that came before us fought for survival, and we are fighting so that we can thrive. They fought for tolerance, and we are fighting for equality. And these are very different goals. And that when I read in the New York Times just last week an article that says, "Does medicine discourage gay doctors?" I read that headline and I say, maybe, but it's not going to discourage me. And I think it's that kind of, this kind of will that we will not be a second-class group of people anymore. That will change how the world works. You just demand respect from people, and they will give it to you. And it's a great secret that took a long time for me to learn. I have some people to thank here tonight. I think everyone has a gay uncle in San Francisco. But my gay uncle in San Francisco is here tonight. And he is a fascinating man. He knows the Beatles, he knows Vidal Sassoon, and when he takes me through his scrapbook, it's like I'm watching the stills from a Tom Ford movie. They're just all gorgeous shots of beautiful men having a wonderful time. I also want to thank my family. I love them very much, and they love me too, and that's a wonderful thing to be able to say. My dad sent me a text congratulating me for this scholarship, and my mom is here today with me to tell you a story about my to tell you a story about my mom. I was raised in the Mormon Church, and my mom is a very faithful member of the Mormon Church, and she is the one who was always ready for me to come out before I was. She would call me and be like, I really want to talk to Sister Jensen about that you're gay, but you won't let me yet. And so as long as it took me to come out of the closet, it was never my mom's fault. She was always there to love me and accept me. And I think that she deserves great credit for that. I've seen what it's like when my friends don't have the same support, and it can be devastating for them personally. And I am so lucky that I didn't have to deal with that from my own parents. I also finally want to thank the Cary Permanente Group. I've gotten to meet them over at my table. And they're a fantastic group of people. Like Lisa, I really believe in what they've been able to accomplish as a healthcare provider system. And I think that our nation will have a lot to learn from the systems they've been able to set up as we go forward towards a time when everyone can access healthcare. And which I'm very excited for. Once again, thank you so much, and finally, thank you to the Equality Scholarship. I'm so glad that you've paved a way so that being gay is not something that will hinder me, but it's actually something that gives me an advantage. And what an amazing thing that's been able to happen in my lifetime. I don't think that my mom or I ever envisioned us in this situation just 3 years ago. I had such small expectations for my life, and since coming out, they've gotten so much bigger. And